The Ally Brooke Show. Oh my gosh, guys. Welcome back to The Ally Brooke Show. Woo! Today I have a very special guest, someone who means a lot to me, someone who has been such an inspiration for me as an artist, as a dreamer, so many things, and I am so honored to call her a friend and to have her on my show here with us today. And I know you guys are going to be so excited too. So please welcome Suzette Quintanilla.
Hi. Hey,
Yay.
Ally.
Hi.
Yes,
Suzette.
most definitely a friend. I like that part
Wow.
best, actually.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor, Suzette. My fans know how much, I love Selena and I love y'all, how much y'all have inspired me. I mean, I've done so many tributes to Selena since I was a little girl to even today, as you know. I've written about
Yes.
her in my book. She was the reason that I believed in myself, and she always made me feel like I could fly, like I could chase my own dreams because she did it. And it's just so amazing and unbelievable that we're
I'm here.
friends and that you're here. And oh my gosh, it's just amazing. So thank you so much. And
Welcome.
you have done so much for Latinas, you and your family. And I just have a million questions to ask you, as you know. And I'm just so excited. So, again, thank you so much for being here, Suzette.
Well, you're welcome. You're very much welcome, Ally. And when you reached out and asked me to be a part of this podcast show that we have, I was so excited for you. I've always been a big fan of yours.
Wow.
And the great thing about you and I is that we became friends, like on the real.
On the real.
So I'm a big supporter of you as a person, as an artist, and so I'm looking forward to this. Let's dive in. I'm ready.
Yes, girl. Thank you so much. So, first of all, you're coming to us live from the Selena Museum, right?
Yeah, I'm here in my office.
Yes, in your office. Yes.
Yes, I'm in Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi, that is awesome. Yes, so I miss Corpus Christi so much. I remember that's actually where we first met. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I remember that like it was yesterday. And um so I remember I was on my very first promo tour for I think my first single, Loki. And I was going all over the states and of course all over Texas. And one of the reps from my label told me, he said, "Ally, are you sitting down?" And I said, yes, why? He was like, "Suzette heard that you're going to be going to Corpus and wants to meet you." And I was like, literally just flabbergasted. I couldn't believe it. I had wanted to meet you since I was a little girl, and I always wanted to go to the museum, and I never got to. And then when this happened, it really was like such a pinch me moment. And so for my fans who may not know, I met Suzette for the first time at the
Yeah.
Selena Museum.
Here.
So I feel like that's that has such a special place in my heart, and of course I know your heart. How is it having your office, right in the Selena Museum? Does it help everything? Is it better do you like having that separation?
Well, honestly, Selena's Museum, I don't know if a lot of people really truly know the story. A lot of people don't know, like, we are a production company. We have in-house graphic designers, we have recording studios, we rent our studios, we can do any type of visual advertisement, commercials, music videos. And this ended up happening after Selena passed away. So many fans started asking, like, about, they would come by and pay their respects, and they would ask about the car, the Grammy, and her outfits. And my parents my mom thought, well, let's put up a couple of photos of her, and then because that open area where her actual museum is was just supposed to be for bands to kind of hang out. We were going to put some couches in the middle area with some TVs, and then of course all around it is the offices, and it ended up being what it is now.
Wow.
Just over the years, it just kind of evolved into that. So I actually truly love it. Selena's Egg Collection is right actually by my office door, and I can hear, the best thing is I can hear people talking about her egg collection, and especially the little ones, like the younger generation,
Yes.
and they are attracted to it very much. And it's interesting to hear how there's always one that's educating the other.
Wow.
In regards to Selena's egg collection, that she likes to collect eggs, because it is kind of like an odd item to collect, I guess.
Yeah, it's very unique for sure.
And it just kind of happened, actually, the whole egg collection thing. So that's it. I love it. I like it. It's fun to be able to get that energy off of Selena's fans when they walk in and hear them talking and talking about, oh, I remember this, or like I said, a little bit older generation that were around when we were doing our thing, and hearing them educate their children or the younger generation. It's very, very cool. I think it's amazing, and I'm very honored by that.
Man, it really is. And for me, I mean, growing up, I loved her music so much. And for me to be able to pass that down to, my little cousins who are just, 5 years old and 6 years old. And actually, one of my cousins, Cassie, I remember we brought her the second time.
Yes, she was with us. Yeah.
The second time we went to the museum. Because
Yes.
I remember you told me, you were like, I have, something to ask you. And, by any chance, can you come down? I was like, yes, we're making this happen, Dad, everybody. And then I asked, if I could maybe bring my little cousin. And you were like, of course. And you couldn't have been nicer. You are someone who's so generous. And there was so many people at the museum. And you also took the time to meet the other fans. And I think I remember there was this little girl too who was there, and you were like, hey mamas, and it's just beautiful to see all of the
Thank you, Ally.
generations of people who are impacted by your family, by Selena, by y'all's history, because y'all
Thank you.
really, yes, y'all did it together. And as someone who's also a Mexican American myself, I have so many similarities to your family. That's
Yes,
why.
you do.
Yes, that's
Family. I love the fact that you had your dad with you. Had the pleasure of
yes.
meeting him, and I'm, you know, I too have, of course, I knew of your the group that you're with, a part of Fifth Harmony, and I knew of your career. I just didn't realize that you were actually from San Antonio. I had heard that you were a big Selena fan, but I didn't realize that you were from San Antonio
Wow.
until after you left the group and you were doing your thing, and then you were doing your tour, like you said, and our paths crossed. So,
Wow.
and now look at us, we're friends.
I know. It's so incredible to me. And yes, my
It's
dad
so
was
cool.
there too. It's so cool. And what I love is that you, of course, value family so much. And of course,
I do.
I do. And, being a young Mexican American woman with a dream, I'm from San Antonio, born and raised. I have so much pride for that city. And of course, you guys and Selena had so many iconic, special moments in San Antonio, from
Yes.
No Me Queda Más, filming the music video there, to performing on the Riverwalk, to, I believe, Selena
Market
had,
Square.
so,
We would do Fiesta like
oh my
almost
gosh,
every year, like right there where Miguel is, you
yes,
block off that road, and we used to play there, and
oh my gosh,
we did the whole Calprin outfit concert there too.
oh my gosh, Suzette, I didn't, because I knew y'all performed at the Riverwalk on that one stage, but I didn't know that you performed right
Yeah.
Mi Tierra. Did you know that's where
Oh,
I first ever performed? Was
was
right
there?
there at the Market Square.
Really?
Oh, that is like
Yeah,
I'm just
we
getting the
play
chills.
there. Yeah,
Wow.
and then afterwards we go eat at Mi Tierra.
That is that is so crazy because we eat afterwards at Mi Tierra after my shows
Yeah,
now. In
we're like a
fact,
tradition.
yes, in fact, that's so crazy that I didn't know that. Those are some moments that even me as such a diehard fan who knows everything. I feel like I know
Yeah,
everything, but I don't even know
Allie,
that.
I've always, my family and I have always felt that San Antonio was like our second home. I
Wow. Thank you
love,
so much.
love San Antonio.
Thank you.
I mean, I love other cities,
Of
but
course.
San Antonio is very special to me. Um, there's just a lot of history there. The culture of
Mm,
course, our culture is everywhere,
mm.
but the to me, I consider that the hub of Ghana music, and
Yes.
anything that was huge and big in regards to concerts was either in San Antonio, Houston, or the Valley. And love San Antonio forever. Will be my second home.
Wow.
And I really think that as you know, they also filmed the Selena scenes for the Selena movie
Of
there
course, at the Alamo
at
Dome.
the at the Alamo Dome.
Yes, there's so
Yeah.
much. Well, I just want to say, on behalf of me and my family and behalf of San Antonio, thank you so much for saying that. We pride ourselves in our city and we love Selena. We love your family so much. I mean, I can't tell you how many murals there are of her in our
Yeah.
city, how often they play her music, keep her legacy alive. And we have her in our hearts forever. And it's
Thank
just
you.
amazing for you to say that about, my city, and my family's all still there, grandma, mom, dad, aunts, uncles, cousins. And I try to relay to my fans, even in my book and on interviews, how special San Antonio is. And it's so nice that not just another person, that speak so highly of it. That's very
Yes.
special.
Yes. So if anyone that's watching this, if you haven't been to San Antonio, go to San Antonio. And then after you go to San Antonio, make your way over to Corpus, because Corpus
Yes.
is pretty cool too. It's more chilled out. It's not definitely not San Antonio in the party atmosphere, but we're more chilled out. But yeah, we're pretty cool over here too.
Oh, yes, y'all are, man. It's so funny because I grew up, my family and I, of course, Corpus Christi is right there. So I grew up going there to the beach with them and have so many memories there. And although I didn't get to visit the museum when I was younger, I did get to visit her statue right by the boardwalk. Is that?
Yeah, by the waterfront.
Yeah, by the waterfront. And that was special. And it's just, again, so crazy that we're here today. I'm here with you today. But it's funny because actually, speaking of mi tierra and how we would eat afterwards there, actually, Daniel, he works with you. After one of my shows, we took Daniel out to eat with us at mi tierra.
Nice.
And that was super cool. Shout out to Daniel. He's super sweet. He works with Suzette. Such a wonderful person, so supportive and always there. So we got to shout him out. Um,
Yes, was so fun.
yes, I have to ask you, what does it feel like, because you are such a voice for Latinas, and you have built a legacy and an empire for, of course, Selena and your family. I mean, everything from, of course, you kept the music alive, but also you have her merchandise and, the Mac collection and now the
Yeah.
Bumpboxx collection.
Yes, that was
Bumpboxx
so cool, right?
collection is everything. For me, it is so inspiring, again, as a young Mexican American woman, that you were able to do that.
Well,
And
thank you.
it's powerful. And I wanted to ask you, what is your advice for other people, other young dreamers who want to kind of build a legacy for their own selves or their own families.
You know, Allie, my whole life, as I was around 13 years old when I became a drummer.
Wow. Three
And
or 4 years
so
old?
I was 26, going on 27 when Selena was taken from us.
Mm.
And there was a time in my life where I I didn't know what I was going to do. I really truly didn't know what I didn't even honestly I didn't even it wasn't even a thought, and I was too much lost in my grief
Of course.
and in trying to understand everything that was transcending in our lives, dealing with the trial, dealing with just with everything. And through all that, I remember us having a family meeting and talking about her stores and what we're going to do. And should we leave them open? Should we close them? We made the decision ultimately to leave them open, to reopen them because they were closed for a little while, and a good while actually. And I learned so much. I made so many errors along the way. Nothing was perfect. I share this with everyone because it wasn't not picture perfect, Ally,
Of
by
course.
far.
I know.
Just like the music business, like the
Yep.
music business, I feel is the same way.
Yes.
You make mistakes or you do something, then you realize, you know what, that wasn't probably the best decision, but then you don't do it again,
Yes.
and you learn.
That's right.
And in regards to the business aspect of it, my father really educated me very patiently to learn how to read contracts
Wow.
and on the business side of things and why this and why that. I'd always seen him doing business when we were on the road, but never hands-on, so to speak, from me personally. So I've learned throughout the years so much, and I just have really been blessed with having a great mentor, which was my father.
Wow.
And
Beautiful.
just being able to, I think there's something that's all within ourselves that we have it. We're built that way. We are built to succeed. We are built to move forward as human beings. It's every day we wake up, and whether it be something very small or big, whatever, we are built that way in our mind.
Absolutely.
We set goals, whether they're, it's up to you how big you want your goal to be. And once you meet it, then you go, oh, okay, I got this. Then you move forward and you continue. And then that's how a person grows. And I learned clearly the business side of things, but there's also this other side that has really guided our family and Selena's estate in protecting what we created, not just with Selena, but with our music.
Yes.
And
it's so important.
It is so important. It's about what should you do, or what is not right, what isn't so right. Sometimes a lot of things that I do, I do things because they feel right. And
that's how I
for me personally, and for what has been created around Selena's estate and his family legacy is has to do with that feeling, what feels right.
Yes.
And which leads me to, I guess, the latest project that just got released a week ago was the Selena Netflix series.
Yay!
And that
so
is something that we really felt we wanted to tell our story, because the movie was amazing, and it showed the world Selena and our family, but it just didn't show. It's hard to cram 2 hours and 10 minutes of your whole life in that time frame. So doing this series, we're able to, show more about why certain things were done and why, how things evolved and how each one of us played a certain role into our family business.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful. And I've said this numerous times and I will continue to say it. Thank you so much to Netflix for
Yes.
giving us this platform to be able to tell this family story of ours. And hopefully it will inspire at least one person. I'll take more than that, but if it can inspire just one person to understand that if you have a dream, you really can. It's about moving forward, like I said, because we all have that inside of us, Ally.
Yes.
And if anyone, you know that sometimes we feel like possibly maybe a door is closed, but then you realize, you think that, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then you realize, there's another door. Let's go.
That's right.
And that's the journey.
Wow.
Exactly. And I'm very grateful for Netflix being able to give us that door to be able to tell our family story in the Selena the series on Netflix.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Netflix. Shout out to you. Yes, the second season of Selena the series just premiered. And I'm not going to give too much away for, the fans, for those who haven't seen it, but y'all have to check it out. It is, wow, it is beautiful. I am halfway through, and there's so much as a fan, that I didn't know. And I love that the series captures so many of y'all's stories. Of course, those tender stories of, Selena and how she became the woman, she ultimately was, but also how each part of the family held such a significant role, how you guys were truly a unit and how y'all worked so beautifully together. And also, y'all were very real and honest about the challenges, challenges of being a family. Also, the challenges of being, Hispanic at the time and having to choose between this music and that music and having to navigate all the crazy waters and the events that happened. What I loved, one of my favorite moments is seeing how your story has come to light and seeing all those moments with Selena that we didn't get to see in the movie. And of course, the movie changed my life. The movie impacted me in such a way that's indescribable since I was a little girl. But it's amazing to see so many of the stories through this series.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's one of the things I do want to share though with you, Ally, and be completely real. It's very challenging to be able to tell your life story to writers. They weren't there when all this happened. So, they took our family stories and they made a series out of it, and it's sprinkled with Hollywood glitter and some and in it.
We know how that is.
That's the Selena movie too. I mean,
of course,
Chris didn't walk around with a Tabasco holster or whatever, a chili holster on the side of it.
Wow.
And little things like that throughout the movie. That's Hollywood. That's just
Hollywood
the way it is. I think that was probably the most challenging part for me, to be able to tell a story and then to tell the writer, like, no, you have it all wrong. Like, no. That's not how it really happened. This is how it went down. And they would come back and then we would go back and forth, and I get it. And then the crazy thing about the process of doing this series is that you approve a script and then it's taken, and then the director takes her and puts her beauty on it, and then the actors take and make it their own. So then ultimately at the end it still changes a little bit, but it came out great. I'm very proud of it. I am honored, that we as Latin family, a
Yes.
Mexican American, more importantly, that is, I guess, a key point, a Mexican American
Yes.
family from
Yes.
Texas that's doing Tejano music and it's showcasing on a platform like Netflix.
Woo!
That is unheard of,
Unheard of.
Ally. You know that. You
Yes.
know that the window. I'm sorry,
Mm.
go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just reacting. You
Yeah,
can go.
yeah. Ally, as a Mexican American, as a Latina, our platform for everything across the board, TV, radio, everything that we do, it's unfortunately it's opening up a lot more than what it used to be,
Yes.
but it's not like it's always there. That
Yes.
door is never, very rarely it's opened, and hopefully with this series, having such amazing success, it will shine a light onto everyone in this
Mm.
world in regards to Hollywood
Yep.
that we're powerful. We are a
Exactly.
huge,
Amen.
huge audience. And we like to see more of who we are,
Wow.
hopefully in the near future, about not just Latin, but more like Mexican American. That would be amazing.
Oh,
I hope that this is
absolutely.
just is something that's going to kind of open it up just a little bit more, and more. We'll be able to hopefully see more and more as the years go by.
Amen. And that is so important, Suzette. That's something that I actually opened up about on my first episode of the podcast. I shared a little bit of how when I first came out to LA at 12 years old, you didn't have that representation. You didn't
No,
I didn't see other young, Latin girls like me in the rooms filled with auditions, and it was very discouraging at that age, and especially at that time you didn't have that. And fast forward to now, thank God, like you said, we're living in a
yeah,
time where representation is here and it's opening up. And yes, we still have a lot more work to do. And actually, while I was watching the series, I thought to myself, I had a moment where I said, wow, it is so beautiful to see a Mexican American family that I can relate to that is
yeah.
on Netflix. You
Well,
guys are
thank you.
on the cover of Netflix, and it's such a
I know, isn't that
beautiful,
cool?
right? You're on the cover. You guys have been exploding on Netflix. I mean, I think I saw like it was number one in so many different countries all
Yes,
around the world.
so
And
honored by that.
oh, it's such a blessing. And let me tell you, that show is impacting not just one person, Suzette. It is
Thank
impacting
you.
so many people. And again, especially to see, a young Latin family. It's so important, and it's beautiful. And I really hope and pray that we will continue to open up that door for television and film.
Mhm.
And you're leading that charge, and I want to say thank you. And I hope that in a way I can help
Oh, you will
lead
be.
that charge
Ye-
too one day.
Yes, I am 100% behind those words that you just said, and I hope that this does open up the door. And I mean, I clearly I'm not. This show is just one that has happened, but there's too much of a gap between the shows that we can go back and talk about that represent any Latino family. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And I think what's important, and we can talk about something else, but one thing I will say is that as a Mexican American family, that's the best thing about who we are,
Mm.
is that we do embrace who we are
Yes.
here as Americans,
Ooh, yes.
and we love everything. But guess what? There's another side of us. We love the Mexican heritage part of where our ancestors have come from.
Ooh, yes.
We are, I believe, third generation. And I think that's one of the beauties that Selena brought. And she
Mm.
always spoke about in interviews
Mm.
of her being proud of both. And
Yes.
and the fact that she was okay, well, not okay, but just being okay with at the moment not being able to speak great Spanish, and
Mm.
making that just kind of be okay.
Mm.
It was that identity moment, like what you're talking about. I think for a lot of young people, even now that
Oh
we
my
are in
gosh.
in the year 2021.
Yes. And for
Yeah.
me, that is one of the reasons why I identified to Selena growing up, is because maybe a lot of people don't know, but growing up in Texas, um, a lot of, my peers and cousins and people my age, we didn't grow up speaking Spanish because
No.
sadly, my parents in schools, they were hit, like their wrists were slapped by their teachers when they would talk in Spanish with each
You're
other.
right. My dad told me.
Yep. And so, in order to protect their kids, because they didn't want their kids to be, discriminated against, or their kids to be,
Right.
punished for being who they were. It's so sad. And speaking their native, their native tongue and their language, they want to protect their children and not, teach us. And it's so awful. Like it makes me so sad just knowing what they went through, and just thinking about, you know, them not feeling safe to be who they were.
I
But
know.
now we're in such a different time, and one of those other bonds that I had with Selena was, she didn't speak Spanish, but later on she did learn
Oh,
and she
she knew.
could sing, and
Yeah.
that's how I feel. I can't speak fluent, but I can sing in Spanish. I've done that my whole life. My family, we are always proud of who we were since we were a little girl. Like, we've always had our pride of our culture and our heritage. And
Yes.
just so happened me and my cousins can't speak it fluently. But hey, at least times are changing. We're in a beautiful moment in history. And I made a vow that I'm going to learn, and I try my best, and Selena was the best at doing her best. And whenever she would make a mistake, you just fell in love with her even more.
Yeah, she
And
was pretty good at getting out of her little uh her little
like pat
bumps in the road
yeah,
learning
bumps in the
Spanish.
road.
Selena she used to watch novelas to learn her Spanish, her conversational Spanish. And she did burlesque
Yes, and you highlight that in the
program.
show as well, which is
Yeah, and then
awesome.
she also would ask, if she got in the bus, she'd ask, okay, I want everybody to speak Spanish to me. Don't speak, don't speak any English. And so that's with the time, she just perfected,
Yes.
that part, because she knew that it was important moving forward, going into, Mexico, like Mexico, into Latin America,
Mm.
that she needed to learn how to communicate and be
Yes.
able to be free with her words and not have to stop and think about, what she was going to say. She wanted to come from her heart, like how she normally
Mm.
spoke. So yeah, I'm also, I've heard stories also, going back to what you were saying about your parents. But I think that's the great thing about, I think it shows the the strength that our families had,
Mm.
and being able to
Resilience.
protect us and to guide us and to help us along the way. And hopefully moving forward, we too are able to do that for not only our own children, but for our youth. And that's
Our
why
youth,
I
yes.
feel that this series plays that small part role in doing that, everybody has a dream and it is attainable. It's like Selena would always say,
Mm.
the impossible is always possible, and don't ever let anybody take away your dreams.
That is one of my favorite quotes from her, because it is so true. Many times in my life, I've seen what I thought was impossible was possible. Even being here right now, I dreamt
Yeah,
of this, dreamt of obviously meeting you, speaking to you, but having my own show, having my own career, having a solo career, a book, all these things, it's a blessing. And,
yeah,
I feel like for all those little girls out there, or young girls who feel insecure, like I did, or sometimes do still, um, you're not alone. And it's amazing that, for me, like through Selena, I felt validated. We can still be so proud of who we are, and that, the fact that we don't speak Spanish isn't our fault. It was a, how do you say, a consequence of the time that unfortunately our parents were living in, and they tried their best, but
But it's okay.
exactly.
That's the best thing about it. I think that we live in a world too, Ally, where people want to put us in a box and people want us to feel a certain way. And that's the beauty of being alive and being who we are. I'm going to do what I want. Like,
Yes,
if this is who I am.
that's right.
We live in a world that this is where we're at, and I think a lot of people, back in the day, they would be like, you wouldn't talk so much, and you wouldn't do interviews. It's like, well, because my Spanish was so short. I knew. I mean, I can speak Spanish. I mean, I can read Spanish very fluently. I can write it, believe it or not, but I just have troubles getting my groove on in regards to what I'm trying to express.
Yes.
And that's what I just say, like, hey, like what you just said, we can't change the past.
Yes.
It's about what we're doing now and moving forward.
Absolutely.
That's the most important thing.
And that doesn't take away who we are.
Exactly.
We are so strong in our roots and proud, and I know my family is, and I just want to encourage those girls out there, or even boys who feel that way, who feel like, oh, I had an identity in a way, kind of crisis. I'm like, wait, I'm proud of my city, my heritage, my family, my cultures, my traditions, etc., but I don't speak Spanish. Am I accepted? But no, you are accepted, and all you can do is try your best, and number one, lead with your heart, and that is what will touch people.
Yes,
that is what
most
will
definitely
bring that light to people. So I just thank you for everybody who's accepted me. Thank you, Suzette, for accepting me, and I'm just grateful that we're living in such beautiful times, and I can't wait to be able to speak better and better, and I'm learning currently. So it is awesome. Growing up, cereal was one of the best parts of being a kid, but I had to give it up because I realized it was full of sugar and junk you really shouldn't eat. We're all trying to eat better, but healthy breakfast doesn't have to be boring. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but without all the bad stuff. Magic Spoon has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. It also only has 140 calories per serving. Magic Spoon is keto-friendly, gluten-free, soy-free, grain-free, low-carb, and GMO-free, y'all. Magic Spoon comes in 4 different flavors: peanut butter. This is peanut butter. Peanut butter, cocoa, fruity, and frosted. It tastes just like your favorite cereals from childhood and is so much healthier. Guys, y'all know how much I love Magic Spoon. It is delicious. It is something that I try to have every day because it is so good and so good for you, and I just love the flavor and the crunch, and I really mean it when I say this is a home run for cereals. Now, for a limited time, go to magicspoon.com/Ally Brooke to get a variety pack and try it today. Be sure to use our promo code Ally Brooke at checkout to get $5 off of your order. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product that it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/Ally Brooke and use the code Ally Brooke to get $5 off. Thank you so much to Magic Spoon for sponsoring this episode. Sometimes I just don't have the time or energy to cook, especially something healthy. I am a busy woman. I've got lots to do and lots that I'm doing, and honestly, I don't feel great when I end up eating takeout for almost every meal. But this all changed once I found Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest delivers delicious food, all built on organic fruits and vegetables right to your door. It takes literally minutes to prepare, and I never have to think twice if the food I'm eating is good for me. Daily Harvest is ready when you are. Everything stays fresh in your freezer until you're ready to enjoy it, so you waste less food too. No need to overthink any of your meals for the week with Daily Harvest. Smoothies for breakfast, crisp flatbreads for lunch or dinner, and food that's perfect for cooler weather, like their perfectly roasted harvest bowls and soups. Daily Harvest never uses preservatives, added sugar, or artificial anything, including their recently launched almond milk, which is made of only almonds and a dash of sea salt. That's it. Daily Harvest is also committed to minimizing their environmental impact. They're in the process of transitioning to 100% compostable, recyclable, plant-based, and renewable fiber packaging. Daily Harvest is undeniably delicious, clean food without the prep. Get started today. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code Ally Brooke to get $25 off of your first box. That's promo code Ally Brooke, ALLYBROOKE, for $25 off of your first box at dailyharvest.com. Dailyharvest.com. Another thing that I would love to talk about is someone who's special to both of us is Diane Warren. I know. Yes, she is, of course, a legend and someone who I have such dear respect for. She's probably my favorite songwriter of all time. And I know she's amazing. And she was able to work with Selena on her first, her first English album. And I actually, Suzette, I gotta speak to her about this. I was actually in the studio with her a few weeks ago, and she said how amazing Selena was, how beautiful her spirit was, how incredible her voice was, all of these things. And I think I might have talked to you about this.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and it's just so cool that we both, love her. And I know you were saying that Diane, in your family is just so revered as well.
Yes. Yes. So honored at the fact that, Diane Warren is a songwriter legend. She's just written so many. There's too many to name. So if anyone wants to go and look up Diane Warren, you'll be in awe of her hits that she's written for so many different artists. And it was such, Selena was so excited to be able to go into the studio and to do her song. And Selena just really, I think, was perfect. I think the song was perfect for her, and just really excited. I have nothing but great things, and my family just loves Diane Warren.
Yes.
I really wish that Selena would have been able to be around, longer in her life to be able to possibly have done more of Diane's songs. But yeah, if you were in the studio with Diane, I cannot wait to hear what you got up your sleeve, Ally.
I can't wait. I know my parents are going to flip. I flipped. It's actually a collaboration with another artist, a musician, you would say. Yes, with you, yes. You heard it live here, folks. But it's, I definitely take that honor, and every minute I get to spend with her, I hold it.
Soak it up.
Soak it up. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Soak it up.
So we thank you, Diane. Suzette, I'm just so grateful for your time, for you to be here. I could speak to you for like 5 more hours. I definitely have to have you back. But
most definitely.
I just appreciate you and what you have done for keeping, of course, Selena's memory alive. She was an extraordinary person and soul and musician and all these things. The most important thing was that spirit. And especially as a woman, as a Latina, you're able to, man, you are a boss. And you, by the way, always look flawless. Your Instagram, you right now. Okay, I gotta ask you, how do you do your makeup every time? It's like, it's beat.
I'm old, Ally. I've been doing my makeup for a very, 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 very long time. The crazy thing is, I just want to let everybody know, I know we're talking about makeup, but it just automatically made me think of
Yes, that's
something
how I
I've been asked
look too.
before from Selena's fans, like, she had a glam squad. Selena had no glam squad.
Yep.
She did her own makeup, her own hair. There was, of course, whenever she would do TV shows, there would be, a stylist or a makeup artist there. She would get touched up, but for the most part, Selena would do her makeup in the bus every gig, every concert. But I guess throughout the years, picking up little tricks here and there. You know what I'm talking about, Ally.
Yes.
You just learn throughout the years also, like, what makes you feel better, with your makeup. And, it is Friday, so I decided to wear a
Woo!
full lip. And of
Yes.
course, in honor of Selena, she's
Of
rocking
course.
that red lipstick.
Oh,
It's funny
yes.
because a lot of people are like, you never wore red lips. I'm like, you need to go back and
That's
look at
right.
everything that we did back in the day because it was always about that red, bold look.
Yes.
A
And I
very
think,
little bit, the eyeliner, not too heavy on the eye. And, because you can't do bold, bold. You got to
totally.
do, just one bold. But as I'm getting older, I'm finding myself doing bold, bold.
Yes, girl, honestly, whatever works for you, whatever you feel, do what makes you
It's
feel
whatever I
fabulous.
feel.
Yes.
And us Latinas, I'm gonna say it. I think that we look amazing with red lipstick.
Yes, we
You know,
do.
it don't matter what time of the day, and that's a great thing about where we're living at right now. Because I remember back in the day, you weren't. It wasn't a thing to wear red lipstick.
Wow.
During the day, it was considered a night thing, and now
Wow.
it's like it's a whatever thing. Like you want to wear lipstick on a Tuesday to work. Let's go.
Go ahead. Let's go. That's right. Hey, it's awesome. Again, we're living in a time where you just own who you are, be who you
Yes.
are, represent yourself exactly how you feel. That is one of the best things about living in this time. Do I
Yes.
have time for like two more questions? Is that okay, Suzette? Or do you have to go?
Yeah. Let's go.
Are you sure? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I know I have to wrap it up, but I don't want to. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you said wrap it up. I'm like, no. I was trying to ask more of the, questions that people haven't asked yet. Let me see if they've asked you this. So, Selena was an actress and she starred in a movie alongside Marlon Brando and Johnny Depp called Don Juan de Marco. Is that how you say it?
Right.
Don Juan de Marco. And maybe a lot of people don't know that. And I wanted to ask you, did you have any memories on the set? Were you able to go to that? And two, were there any films that Selena auditioned for that we may have not known that she auditioned for? Like, were there any films that came out that she auditioned for?
Right. Um, I was not invited to go with her for the Don Marco, the filming of the Johnny Depp and Marlon Brando movie. Um, she was beyond ecstatic, and I know there's an interview of her talking about it, and she said that if you blink your eye, you
Oh
don't blink
yes,
your eye
I've seen
because
that
you'll miss her.
too. Hey,
But
but she still
she
was
really
there.
in that movie scene, she was a mariachi singer, and
Beautiful.
but she really didn't get to say any words other than sing them. So she was very. That was one of the things that she definitely wanted to venture into. That unfortunately she wasn't able to. But she definitely wanted to go into acting, and there's footage of I think of interviews of her talking about that. And I think she would have been amazing,
Mm.
because Selena always had this natural ability, Ally, to be able to tell us, bring you in when she was singing to you. You know what I mean? When she was
Oh
singing,
my gosh.
she just this ability to be able to tell the story and to kind of just
Yes.
bring you in and captivate you with it. And
Captivate.
I think that
Exactly.
she had that ability to do that, and I think that she would have been great. Of course, she did the novela in Mexico. What was it?
Yes.
Dos Mujeres Un Camino.
With the hat right within the she was
Yeah, she was
at the
she
rodeo or
played.
something.
Yeah, she did that.
And she
Um,
looked absolutely gorgeous there.
Thank you. She
As always.
that was she said that was probably that was extremely hard because she had a little
Earpiece?
earpiece in, and they were giving her her lines in her ear, and so
Wow.
she said at first it was kind of freaking her out because they were talking to her and then she was trying to say her lines, so it kind of got a little overwhelming at the beginning because she wasn't used to the way that that whole thing went down. But
Mm.
yeah, I think she would have been really good at that if she would have been able to have the opportunity. So no, she didn't do any other auditions.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I know she would have just, man,
Killed it, right?
great.
Yeah.
Yes, graced so many different TV shows and films. I can't even imagine. But that's amazing that she got that experience, even that quick moment in that film with,
Yes.
such legends. Marlon Brando is huge in my
Yeah.
family because of my grandfather who loved The Godfather. What advice do you have for people who maybe are having either a bad day or who are going through a hard time? Of course, you have persevered and you have overcome so much in your life, and you are a fierce Latina, a woman in charge. You are so confident, and that inspires me, Suzette. Like,
Uh,
whenever I have a moment where I'm like, man, I'm not sure about this or that, or, should I, do this or that? Sometimes, honestly, you come into mind because I'm like, nah, Suzette would say this and that, and Suzette would be in charge and fierce. And
um,
what is your advice to someone who either needs to make themselves feel better or someone who's working on their confidence?
um, you know, I have my days.
Of
You know,
course.
I'm not always. I know I come off as extremely confident, and there is this drive that I have inside me that is like comes from my parents, from my mother. Whenever I'm having, in regards to having a bad day, I always reach out to my husband or to my mom or my dad, and not necessarily telling anybody anything. Just hey, what's up?
Of
Just
course.
to
Yeah.
kind of feed off of their energy of what's going
Yeah.
on. Reach out to my best friends and talk to them and get that good energy. And
Yes.
I really truly just tell myself I'm just having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's gonna be better.
Mm.
Everything's gonna be okay. And I kid you not, everything always works itself out.
Amen.
Even if it's craziness.
Yes.
Um,
Oh my
like
gosh, yes.
everything that I've been through with losing my sister, I never thought that I would hear, you know, 26 years later, because of what I was going through. It was so overwhelming, and and it consumed my soul, and it was so difficult. And I just remember praying to Jehovah God every day to just get me through one day.
Mm.
My father
Mm.
actually told me that. He goes, don't think about 2 weeks down the road or 2 months down the road. Just think about and ask Jehovah God to help you through this day.
Amen.
So every morning I would wake up, Ally,
Mm.
and I would, and clearly even now, if I'm having a really difficult day or just something's weighing on me, I just pray to God,
Mm.
just get me through this one day. I need good energy. I talk about good energy because
Yes,
people give off
girl.
energy. People, if you have you ever been around somebody that's got good energy?
Oh,
You feel it.
you
You know,
feel it's
you want to be like them.
powerful.
You're like, oh, hey, I'm feeling this energy. And then you be around somebody that's a grump, and you're like,
Mhm.
whoa, I can feel this energy. This is not the energy I want.
That's right, girl.
And you avoid that energy. It's the
A
same thing with good energy. You just, you know,
zap it up.
you just zap it up and
Yes.
take it with you. And if you're having a bad day, believe it or not, promise you, everything can work itself out
Mm.
somehow, some way. It
Thank
always
you.
does.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I know everyone here needs to hear that at times. I need to hear that at times. And that's a beautiful reminder for my audience and my fans. So many people are going through so much.
Hmm.
And again, that message of hope, that message of, you know, it will get better. I always love to see, you will see the rising sun again. And at the end of the day, we're all humans, we're all people, no matter who we are, no matter our occupations, no matter our jobs, no matter a title we have, we're all people. And if we can connect with each other through our pain and uplift one another, that
Yeah,
that is that is it. That's what it's all about in
it is.
whatever we do. So I'm just honored to have you here. Thank you so much. And by the
You're
way,
welcome.
I have to show my fans a picture of my little cousin Destiny was actually held by Selena. She's in the the I Could Fall in Love video. I'm going to show that to my fans, but it's just for me unbelievable to have so much connection to Selena and to your family. And she's my hero. That's what I say.
Uh,
And
I know you told me that. You
yes,
shared
I
that
know
with
I say
me.
it so many times, but I mean it, and it is wonderful to have such a positive example in this crazy world, Suzette. I live in a crazy industry. I've been through a lot. I've shared a lot, and to be able to turn on her video or see a performance of y'all together on stage performing in Corpus or Mexico or San Antonio and seeing that light, it goes beyond words,
It
and it
lifts you,
just
right?
yeah,
It lifts you, right? Like lifts your
uplifts you.
spirit, like
Yes,
lifts you up, like
it does.
it, that goes for okay. I know we're talking about Selena, and I don't mean to cut you off,
No, it's okay.
but I will share something with you. You know what my go-to song is in the morning, and I kid you not, I promise it's not on the street. Fabulous. Your song. I jammed it this morning. I'm doing my makeup. It just puts me in this
My
happy,
gosh.
good feeling
Wow.
mood. I have that bad boy on repeat. Like
Yes.
seriously.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Suzette, you've told me that before, and man, the fact that my song Fabulous, that you love it so much, you listen to
No
it in the
good.
morning.
I could go on and on.
Yes.
I got you on repeat, like on everything.
Wow, you don't understand what that does to my spirit. My art, my music is my everything. And that was one of my favorite songs that I had put out because it was such a fun, feel good and empowering, song for people to put on and be like, I am fabulous. I woke up feeling
Yes.
fabulous. That is
Yes.
awesome. Thank you so much. And I can't wait also because I have to share real quick before we're going to log off. But before we go, I want to thank you because you've been there for me in a lot of different moments of my life. You've been there, especially. I had asked you for advice on a time where I was questioning a lot of things, and you helped me get to where I am today. And I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. The fact that I could call you and just, share my heart and ask advice from you, I value that more than you can imagine. And you helped me to get to where I am today. And all I can say is, I know I've been telling you,
Um,
but my future music now that's going to come out, I am ecstatic. And I can't wait for you to hear, girl. You're
I
definitely going to have
can't
a lot of
wait.
feel good jams
Yes.
there.
Yes, I can't wait. Yes, you know what, Allie? I love when we get on the phone and we talk. I really
it's
do.
so,
I kind of feel like a
it's so
big
awesome.
sister. When I hung up with you, I felt like I was a big sister type of vibe. Like I was like, oh, like I felt good sharing what I've been through or what I do know in my knowledge throughout this my musical career to be able to share it to hopefully help you along your way.
Mhm.
And so hearing this, it makes me feel really good and blessed. So thank you.
Me too. Oh my gosh, it is something that I truly treasure so much and cherish. Man, thank you, God, honestly, for all of this. And thank you, Suzette. You are the
You're
best.
welcome.
Thank you for all the love and the light and the hope and goodness you give us. everybody be sure to watch the second part of Selena the series on Netflix. Make sure to get the new Bumpboxx collection, which I've already put on my Instagram and all that, but I'm going to show y'all a preview here in studio and so much more. Suzette, we all love you. Thank you so much.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. And I hopefully will be able to see you soon back at the museum.
Yes, definitely. And another congrats before I leave you. Congratulations, Ally, on this journey of your own show. I am so honored to be a part of it. And I'm so honored that you're able to do this. And I hope that this is just the beginning of bigger and better things for you as your future rolls on.
Thank you so much, Suzette. You're going to make me cry.
No crying.
That means the world to me. I'm going to hold it in. That's very special to me. Thank you. So
you need to come and visit me when you're in San Antonio.
Yes, of course. And I have to have you were saying Noemi, right? Noemi and you next time.
Noemi.
Party. Sorry?
Noemi.
I'm so sorry. Noemi. I have to have you and Noemi on next time. We'll have a party. We'll have, maybe some tequila.
Noemi is amazing.
Yes. She's awesome. I got to briefly. Oh, by the way, thank you for letting me host the premiere of Selena, the series. That was awesome. And I got to talk to her, and she was so sweet and so vibrant, and I so see how y'all connect. So next time I'm gonna have her.
Next time,
and hopefully,
for sure.
The cast too eventually.
Yes.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. This has been such a special episode. I am truly honored, and I have so much gratitude in my heart. Thank you so much, Suzette, and I'll see y'all next time. Woo!
Bye, Ally.
It's the Ally Brooke Show.